Hello everybody, Mike Adcock here. Take a look at the weather across the western Pacific. First take a look at the tropics. We have been tracking Tropical Depression Kilauea. That's now weakened to just a remnant circulation. JMA downgraded that at 6 Zulu as that continues to move into the South China Sea. That being said, still have increased showers across the Philippines. You're going to see those for the next couple of days. And then looking across the Pacific, do have some increased showers affecting Palau as well as far eastern Micronesia. Elsewhere in the tropics, though, or elsewhere in the western Pacific, actually fair conditions under the dominance of high pressure. That's bringing very nice conditions across Japan, South Korea, even Taiwan, and eastern China. We'll take a quick look, though, over the course of the next week. This is really based off of the GFS forecast model, but we'll get an idea of what we're going to be expecting over the course of this next week. Again, really the big story for the north, Japan, Korea, China, is high pressure. Across the south, some increased showers to start your week, but as we get into the rest of the week, really, very seasonal for this time of year. As we get into your Tuesday morning, again, really not a whole lot of change. Still dealing with those showers across the windward side of the Philippines in association with that little wave that's moving through. Get into the evening hours on Tuesday, you'll see a little impulse develop up just to the east of China. They're going to be affecting Korea Tuesday night. Looking for increased rain showers across South Korea. That's going to move into Japan on your Wednesday. Looking for increased showers, though, again for the southern half of the country. As that starts to move out Wednesday evening, see high pressure build back in and take charge over much of the area, really, all across China, Korea, and Japan. Again, really just some isolated showers across the Philippines and the rest of the tropics. And that's going to be, by and large, the big story for the remainder of the week. As we get toward the close, we do have a little developing system here in northern China and in Mongolia. And then the big story for this week is going to be come Friday morning, get a Shanghai low that develops. That's going to bring very unsettled weather into Japan over the course of the weekend. So we get into Friday, this is Friday evening, start to see that moving towards South Korea. And then as we get into Saturday morning, that system really starts to take hold. One thing to note, though, still notice all the warm southerly winds out ahead of this system. Fair conditions, really, or warm conditions, I should say, across Japan Friday into Saturday. For locations such as Tokyo, you're going to be seeing temperatures in the low to mid 20s as you get up into northern Japan. Still temperatures in the low to mid teens there. So really gorgeous weather as we close off March and move into April. Getting into Saturday evening, this system really starts to develop rather quickly. Some strong southerly winds out behind of that warm front. That's going to start making its way Saturday night into southwestern Japan. One thing I also want to bring your attention to is this developing area of low pressure there in far eastern Micronesia. This is showing the indication of a possible tropical cyclone starting to develop. This is going to be well into the middle of next week, though, before we really see this take hold. But something interesting nonetheless. As we get into early morning on Saturday, really see this low that we've been tracking deepen rapidly. So again, warm, very warm air out ahead of it behind that warm front. But the big story is going to be heavy precipitation. So Japan, you're really going to see ample rainfall throughout Saturday, moving into Sunday. Getting into northern Japan, the big question here is going to be, is it going to be rain? Or, since we're south of the warm front and south of that occlusion, Iwate, Aomori Prefecture, Hokkaido, are you going to see snow? As a matter of fact, some of the solutions out of GFS are showing several inches of snowfall associated with this system. So we're going to have to continue to monitor the progress of that. Still notice our developing a low pressure area there in eastern Micronesia. About this time, 1,005 hectopascal. And then as we get late into Sunday again, really is forward progression with these systems. This low really deepens off the coast of Japan, 987 at this point, and then again some unsettled weather across Japan or across China at this point. And then starting off your next work week, getting into Monday morning, a really return to fair conditions across Korea and Japan as high pressure builds back in. That low starts to move off toward the northeast, and then again our low off in Micronesia down to about 1,005 hectopascal. So we're going to continue to monitor the progress of these systems. Really, the big news makers here are going to be the high pressure, some unsettled weather across the Philippines to start this work week, Monday into Tuesday. A little system that's going to go through Korea and Japan on Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then turning our attention into Friday and into the weekend across Korea and especially Japan with this very rapidly deepening system. And then also turning our attention next week into this developing area of low pressure across Micronesia. Of course, keep it over at westernpacificweather.com. We'll continue to monitor the progress of these systems. Everybody, have a great day. Take care, be safe, and enjoy.